Alright, now that I've finished getting the eye bleach taken care of, it's time to get ready for the next mission.
You see, I wasn't even there and I was scarred emotionally.
I mean, do you not see... You clearly see no eyes behind my... Oh, actually, never mind. There are eyes behind his glasses. I thought they actually skipped them for this game, but nevertheless.
They're a little beady, but they're there.
Oh. Just the long neck.
Oh, yeah, they still kept that characteristic.
There's a little cartoon... Again, like, the animation is not... I'm looking to the animation team because it's not bad. It's actually very expressive and, like, a nice, lovely bit of squash and stretch here and there.
Oh, yeah, no, like, it's very professionally done. It's one of those things where, like, say if they did bother to continue this series after this game, I would have been wholeheartedly willing to, you know... Oh, yeah, that's right.
Distraction.
For this RC car, we have a clucking disguise.
Well, speaking of, like, RC cars, like, yeah, RC gadgets do return in this game. How do you think they fare compared to previous ventures?
Not bad, honestly. It actually controls pretty well. I guess the worst case, the worst problem I think it would have is that this thing can haul ass, and sometimes it can get a little difficult to manage your speed in case you go way too close to an edge or accidentally flip the thing over. In which case, it does have an automatic flip adjustment. But otherwise,
Oh hey, a chicken!
Chicken on wheels must be fast food.
I think one thing that does help is... What? One thing I think that does help with these RC car segments is that now they actually learned from the original trilogy and they pulled the camera back considerably.
Yes, that would have helped. And
You're messing with the wrong turtle, buddy.
What was that?
I mean, baka?
That's
Chicken.
what I thought you said.
KFC.
Eat fresh.
Strange
Wait, wrong slogan.
Strange chicken.
Chester's chicken!
Get your chicken here, fish sticks.
Yeah, your
and I love
fish here.
And I love the detail that even the little upper left logo even changes depending if I'm in disguise mode or not. Like you'll see.
I like that.
Oh, dude, like with the UI alone, they went above and beyond with some of the details, like whether you're disguised or heck, even with some of the bosses you face.
Oh yeah, again, so that's mainly the thing. I'm not against the game. For all the negative things that I'll say, please know I'm not absolutely hating this game. It's because there is a lot here that I still like, that I am like a little critical because I really want there to be more.
I mean, I'll still go as far as to say I think this is a better game than Sly 3 even.
So Sly 3 still had some bits I did like, but I agree that there were some parts of Sly 3 that kind of well, because like for instance the fact that since they got rid of the clue bottles, there was really no reason to explore all those hub maps to their fullest, and
the traps weren't that great either.
Yeah.
I also feel like just in general, it feels like Sly 4 has like a better focus gameplay-wise than 3 does, because as we all know, like 3 was just kind of all over the place with a lot of its gimmicks.
Oh, I guess on that note, I will say, and this is where unfortunately the as we mentioned, like I think in the second part, the loading times are a bit of a problem. Is this game is actually more so linear than a lot of the other ones, so. Colonel Sanders.
Oh, it's juicy chicken. Now, anyway.
I see all!
Now I just need to find that blasted Ryoichi, so I can deliver the package to the boss.
That is one ugly chicken.
Package? Boss?
Wait, isn't El Jefe? Doesn't that mean boss?
Yeah, but I guess he must be he must be working for someone else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
El
I guess
Jefe answers to El Jefeer.
Also, here we go.
Greetings, Madam
Danny, Danny.
Also, should be said, as far as I'm aware, Madame Geisha is supposed to be a rhino, so I'm actually amazed he doesn't immediately notice the lack of a horn on his head.
I've had some work done.
He had a horn job.
God damn it.
Speaking of horn
And
jobs,
I love this look to it of like, after he's like, oh, I gotta do this part of the job. I'm so sorry.
They got away with this in a kid's game.
Thanks for taking one for the team. You just hear muffled, and Bentley, when is the job over?
Actually, you know what? Just dumb humor. I imagine, like, after a point where Murray leaves, it's like,
I don't want to
you know what? He's actually a lot nicer than you think he is. Very gentlemanly.
Yeah, no, like Murray is no worse for wear after, you know, that whole exchange is done.
He knows how to make you feel like a woman. He treats you like a queen.
Anywho, let's get into this.
Also, going back to that whole treasury that you were just doing earlier, one thing I think is kind of stupid about that is that if you run out of time, the treasure just disappears. Like, it doesn't even explode on you like past games do. They just straight up disappear, and then that's that.
It's a bummer.
Yep. It's stupid, is what it is. And they don't even claim it as like a time anomaly or anything. No, it disappeared. That's it. Game over.
I know. All they had to do was just animate a blinking light on it, and bam! I could believe that it was a booby trap treasure, but yeah, for the most part, that's how they all work. Is they're all glorified time trials, and again, all you really get for it is you get to add to your little collection wall. Which there is one that I definitely try to go for because of a silly thing about it, but otherwise, again, I'm only really going for the vault treasures because the cool thing about the vault treasures, I think I forgot to mention that when I did it in part 2. All the vault treasures do bring back the thing from Slide 2 and 1, in that they actually do alter and give you new benefits in the game. So in the case of the one I just got, the Cooper Gaiwa magnet, it increases my pickup range for objects.
I felt that.
Yep, poison plant seed.
He's gonna taint his sushi with the stuff.
This compound.
So I decided to look.
Even the largest enemy.
Oh, you can't climb that. Oh, don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm simple leaf.
Like babies.
Unfortunately, Ryoichi did not invent the smoke bomb.
And unfortunately, the ancestors are they do not get ThiefNet upgrades, so beware.
Well, it wouldn't make sense. Actually, wait. I'm pretty sure they didn't get upgrades through ThiefNet.
Maybe they're. I just remember getting them more so for
the trio.
Actually, you know what? You're. Okay, so I'll say right now, the ones that I remember getting the upgrades for were more so the Cooper Gang and the last 5th Seeker member that we don't get until a little bit later in the game.
Right, which I mean makes sense considering that, you know, the ancestors stay in their respective time periods.
Right.
So there's really no need to really focus on them if you can help it.
There we go. That was quick enough. So I looked into it. Apparently Sanzaru actually worked on the PlayStation 2 port of Secret Agent Clank. Oh, hang on. It's time for a direct.
It's operation time, kiddos.
First, we need to open those dragon gates. Thanks to Ryoichi's special sushi rolls, the guards are out for the count.
Oh,
nice.
Sly, you'll need to gain access to the switches in their mouths.
No, they're just gonna be in the outhouse for the next 4 days.
However,
They ain't gonna be
the
pretty.
bridge is crawling with guards, so
It might be a bit spotty.
diversion. Murray, you, Sly, and myself will need to distract the guards. Once they're occupied, Ryoichi can make his way under the bridge to the switch and open the gate.
Sly, you jump and press the circle
Gate
button.
open, there's nothing stopping us from
That ain't
taking
same
the
as
palace
usual.
and putting El
Yeah,
Jefe in
I
his
mean, why
place. Viva la revolucion!
Why not?
I think that's
And,
the wrong
looked at-
language.
I believe it is. And looked into it, and yes, I decided to also look into it. The soundtrack is the same guy from 2 and 3, so that's nice.
Yep, they still got a professional on board for the track.
Nice.
Okay, Sly, use those rollers to open the dragon mouth.
Oh, and I'm looking into it. I forgot. Yeah, this dude later went on to be a composer for Psychonauts 2 and Return to Monkey Island.
Oh, bitching.
Well, it's because if I'm not mistaken, he did start off as like a veteran LucasArts composer.
I believe so.
What are you doing?
Just sneaking around.
I'm sneaking this way. That way, worst case scenario, they don't. What do you mean that they can't sleep with the sound of rattling chains and stuff?
They're very
I mean, they're
selective sleepers.
I mean, they're poisoned, aren't they?
They should be. I don't get it, actually. But no matter. Now then, it's time to get to work.
You might want to hoof it a little faster than that, buddy.
I think it's
this
got.
whole time
Hey, did you feel something?
I think I'm feeling a draft.
I
think I feel in a warm spot.
Sorry.
So I guess while we're getting to it, Doug, what have you been up to? What have you been up to this week?
At the time of this recording today, I got done doing the freaking cover that I've been wanting to do, and gonna do more when the person does more instrumental versions of the Sonic Frontier bosses. Actually,
I was gonna say, are you a singer?
no, but if there's heavy stuff, then I might as well do it.
Fair enough.
That and doing more a bit of voice work, and that's really it.
Alrighty.
It's kind of the reason why I sounded just a bit different.
Hey, it's okay. I remember the week I had to do Wario stuff, and James had to do all of WarioWare Gold, and that just was it was a rough week.
It was an interesting one, but yes, a little rough on the throats.
And this is the part where it's like, Murray, you realize you don't need the costume for this bit.
I know, I just feel comfortable. I just want.
I mean, it's very breezy. I want to be respectable.
Murray, you do know you didn't have to wear it. This is a me day, Bentley. I deserve this.
There's a thing that we like to call personal pleasures.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't belong in this time period.
Nope. And I'm judging from those wacky Mad Hatter cuckoo clocks on it, that is our second time machine we're in competition with.
And it's a hell of a lot bigger than ours.
And it's bigger than yours. Oh boy.
And this is the part where, as typical with Cooper stuff, we just kind of abandon all subtlety and just, hey, bad guy, look at me. And then this part realizes,
Wait,
There you go.
then Madame Geisha was nothing we had special.
Now, Hitchman, you take care of them while I go inside and think over my life choices.
And then Ryuichi says, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Toodles.
Let's do this.
But
That's fine.
I'm pretty sure they all know what he's planning to do. I mean,
yeah,
it's all part of the operation.
We're the distraction. Keep all their attention up here. Keep them watching this hand while the other hand directs Kangaroo Jack.
I mean, I guess in their case, I guess El Jefe should be thankful that the rats don't like sushi.
My eyes are up here, you know.
That is still one of my favorite bits from Kangaroo Jack. I as a kid who was lied to by the Kangaroo Jack trailer, but we've already covered that a couple of times.
Same.
That was still one of my favorite. That was still one of my favorite bits from Kangaroo Jack. Was the whole bit when they were going through airport security, and he's explained like, "Oh yeah, no, it's simple. Have him watch this hand while not looking at the other hand," kind of thing. And at first it starts off with like, "You just gotta be friendly," like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like, and like he's like taking photos and like going through security, no problem. Main character walks up, "G'day." Slammed against the wall as security is fully giving him a cavity search.
God damn.
Immediately.
That's a terrible impression.
Yeah.
That's why they did it, because his accent was just that terrible.
Yeah, but again, it was a whole thing. Whoop.
Yes, it does.
Oh.
Just no. I think they tried to advertise that as like a movie mostly for families, and yet.
No, then there's a whole assassination like plot where a father literally hired a guy to kill his son because he didn't want him anymore, and then
As well as an on-screen grope.
on-screen grope.
For the kids.
The kangaroo gets ran over. Just things like that. Little things.
Kangaroo Jack never is. They lied to me. They said he was going to be an animated character.
And then it got wilder because wasn't there an animated movie that came after that?
Okay,
Yes.
so in order, one, technically he still is an animated character, because even in the real life segments, he's a fully CG character.
Thank you, Bentley.
Fair.
And second off, yes, they did make an animated sequel.
But I don't think, and I know he talked at one point. Oh, okay, sorry, El Jefe.
Oh boy.
Oh, literally pounced on him.
You know what? That actually did get rid of that kink in my back.
Ow.
Damn.
So apparently, these guys just want the Cooper canes.
Yep.
Oh boy.
And then they will burn their tracks to make sure they don't follow.
Well, that's a little perilous.
You know you're standing on it too
No.
Wait, I am?
You know, not one of my more thought-out plans.
Sorry, Cooper. You lose. I need to deliver the Uni stick to a new owner.
Okay.
No!
Although now I can't. Although yeah, this entire time I now cannot unhear Nathan Drake try to put on a rough Brazilian accent.
Oh,
Trying to,
dude,
like, disguise himself.
keep that thought in mind for another character.
And meanwhile, Sully's like,
You know, you're really gonna offend a lot of people with that accent. You sound like a devil-amped fool.
as he shoves 5 cigars in his throat.
Just can't even.
Oh, there, easy does it. That stuff stinks.
It's a long day. I agree, Sly. But yeah, as I said, I'm not going for all the masks. I'll go for any I come across, but it's not at the top of my priority list.
That's fair.
Alright.
Look at
And
that
also,
guy.
yes. And also, yes, as you've seen, as is going to become the Pigeon Pete?
He's shaking in his beak.
Looks like a real pigeon magnet.
Oh, that does explain the pigeon.
I never loved you.
Pigeon, Cooper. Otherwise, you'll never.
First Madame Geisha, then the pigeons. Who else can I trust in this world?
Am I always denied love?
I bet at this point you're going to tell me that this isn't even a statue.
It's not. It's a very highly convincing projection.
What?
It just falls through.
Why is everything in my life lies? Even my accent is a lie.
In fact, those mountains don't even exist. That's just.
Even Slide's like,
Isn't it, Cooper?
I was gonna say it. And it's not even. Those mountains aren't even real. Those are just very well crafted
Yeah,
matte paintings.
Looks almost big enough to contain your overinflated ego.
Take a nice long look. I want you to remember the one who
Why did I do that?
Run, El Jefe. Ready to face me
Jeez,
now?
think
You
of,
know that was going to hurt.
think of all the scars the dude have to go through in his upbringing just to become the freaking dictator he is.
You'll never see any of them again.
So, time for one of the first. I remember this is one of the first things I ever saw of this game showed off at E3. They do still have ourselves some proper boss fights.
Yep. In fact, I want to say not even just the E3 footage. I want to say this upcoming fight is like one of the first couple screens they showed off of the game, namely of the HUD here with Sly and El Jefe here. Even so, going as far as the Cuban cigar that's clearly smoking.
Yeah.
Again, love those little details. And I will say, as far as I can remember, I want to say this game does have some pretty fun little boss battles it has to it.
Yeah, the boss fights, from what I remember, are pretty good, save for one.
I'll say there are 2 boss battles in particular that I had a little bit of difficulty with, and of all things, the next world's boss battle gave me some trouble because of all the 6-axis gyroscope stuff you had to do.
Oh yeah, no, I
Because
don't
you have to
blame
be
you.
riding on the the metal ball, and okay. let's do
Really?
this.
Enough with the theatrics, dude.
I miss my wife, Sly.
I miss her a lot. I miss my geisha. I miss my pigeon. I miss my statue.
Oh, don't
I
worry.
miss my cigar. Turns out that was the last one I threw away and burnt in my hand, and now I'm sad.
El Jefe. Isn't that Spanish for big baby?
Enough of these stupid.
Might want to rethink your. Might want to relook that factoid up slide, but no, now's not the time.
So here's why, not lightning though. We want to avoid that. Oh,
Yeah, don't wear the suit while he's doing that.
and I will say with that, I've already missed out on an achievement because I believe every boss has an achievement for
Getting through it without getting
nice. Yeah.
So you gotta do you literally have to play the what's the word?
Somebody need a cat now?
The repeat boss thingy.
Yeah, I was gonna say the no hit challenge, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like they did their best to try and give us skill points.
Or whatever it's worth.
Oh, boy.
Otherwise, what you see here is what you get with El Jefe.
Right? And yeah, that's what the samurai armor is mainly for. And ooh,
Oh, my face.
Unfortunately, he's not gonna go away without more of a fight.
Yep. Oh, thanks for the bridge.
Oh, I did not mean to do that crap.
How many more bridges am I going to have to burn today, Cooper?
Runs away a lot.
Do you want the
Apparently,
honest answer, or do you
apparently a
want-
lot.
a lot of them, yeah. I don't even know if your mother's gonna want to talk to you after this. She saw what happened. She saw how you mistreated that pigeon.
She happens to be very fond of pigeons. In fact, I have it on good authority that your father was a pigeon.
And she still hasn't. Oh.
Yeah,
And
okay,
she-
that's the part where I need
Yep.
to remember.
And she still hasn't forgiven you about the mice you blew up.
Oh, that's right.
Those were her pet mice.
Oh my god, that was so cruel that there were 3 blind mice with plastics, and he led them to the bomb to push the detonation button right next to it.
Yeah. It was all part of the plan.
Yeah. And now I'm looking at this, it kind of reminds me a bit of Sly 1 in a sense, where after each phase, that's where you see a new move being shown off, or a new move set to watch out for.
Yeah. And yeah, by that point, at that point, Sly should have been cooking under the heat.
Yeah.
Realistically, yeah. I don't even know how I did I mention I studied the dark arts? Oh.
Have I mentioned that I once took a glimpse at the thief? Never mind. Actually, that bad joke. Joke more.
No, it's okay. All I'm thinking of now is that maybe he's one of the druids that is messing up Icky's weather, like Ian talked about recently.
And that's why he's not here.
That explains a lot. Should be said that, I mean, never say never in terms of Iki's attendance in this commentary, but it's going to be a lot more loose than it was in 2 and 3.
Yeah.
He doesn't really look upon this game with as much, nostalgia as the trilogy.
Well, to be fair, not a lot of people do.
Fair. There we go.
But yeah, he's still going to go crawling away like a sissy.
I'm not a
What?
rat. I'm a raccoon. Raccoon.
You say that translate one more time. I didn't understand that. The subtitles were a little too soon.
Oh boy.
Confidentially, I'm not even sure if that's an actual translation. If that's an actual, the actual translation of it or not.
How do you like my crane style?
Oh, shush.
Get the hell out.
I don't know what stereo.
And I wanted to
the
work
fuck
something
outta
out.
here.
I wanted to work something out. Maybe hook you and Murray up for a date on weekends and for a shared custody. But then you had to go and tell a pun, and I gotta.
And you know what?
I'm sorry.
You know what? I'm sorry. That pun is doing you no favors. Just for that, I'm gonna tell Murray you're anti-Semitic. That's gonna be a big deal breaker for him. And no, it's a shame. I really wanted Murray to find a nice guy, but you just had to go and ruin everything for the both of you, didn't you?
Look, I really only save this for my most hated of enemies. I have to give you the famous Cooper cancel technique, where we just go into social media and we have to start.
Technique.
It's a very recent. It's a very recent technique in the Thieves Raccoonus. I learned it from my aunt Karen.
Karen Cooper.
Karen Cooper.
God damn it.
Son of a
Okay.
bitch.
How do you like my cane style?
Oh, okay, fair enough. It's like
You know the old saying, what goes around comes around, right, Cooper?
yeah, I don't know what happened there either. Again, I think. Oh,
Ouch.
That joke is gonna be forever in my fucking head now.
what, the Cooper cancel?
Yes.
Karen Cooper. Okay.
Karen Cooper.
That's what we were saying earlier. That was
Sly, are you
from his Aunt Karen.
Sly, are you sure we should keep this particular article in the Thieves Raccoonus? It seems a little discriminatory.
Anyway,
No, just
we
keep
knocked
it
him out. Now time to get Ryuichi's cane, get the hell out of here, and call it a job well done. Oh,
Unfortunately, a certain rat intercepted.
Time to lay steak bomb.
why does that logo look familiar? Those things again.
The rats.
They're the rats.
They won't stop leaving out their stink bombs.
Okay.
They got the cane.
Not
Yeah,
El Jefe, though. They're just gonna leave them there to burn.
Yeah, well, to be fair, El Jefe was a means to an end.
Huh? Oh. Do, 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 do.
You.
Slick.
slick like a stinker.
Oh, hey!
a batch.
However, what luck, they dropped something.
A MacGuffin.
Perhaps we could get some use out of this.
Possibly.
Fortunately, it ain't over. We gotta now chase after him.
Yep, it won't be over till the fat lady sings. And then they'll still extend it by another hour.
Yep.
El Jefe was defeated, disgraced, and delivered to the cops.
All right.
With about
But
1
it
or
was a
2
hollow
degree
victory.
burns.
At least they kept his mother's portrait
I
in the back.
failed to get back Ryuichi's cane, and we still had no idea who was really behind this whole thing. One thing was for sure, it was somebody powerful enough to have his own private army.
Of
We
stinkers.
contacted Dimitri for an update on the Thievius Raccoonus, and it
Don't-
looked like
Ow.
Tennessee Kid Cooper needed
Hey,
our
Tennessee Kid.
Hey,
That meant we
Tennessee!
needed to travel back to the
Cowboy.
1880s. Luckily, one of the goons that took Ryuichi's cane had dropped what looked like an old sheriff's badge. Bentley
What?
had been trying to figure out where it might be
Freaking
from,
luck, huh?
but now it all made
Yay!
sense.
Deus Ex
After
Machina,
sampling
number
the
like
badge,
7.
Bentley was able to calibrate the time machine.
That's right.
To jump back to the Old
Oh.
West, I found myself wondering how Carmelita was doing.
Best we don't think about it.
You want to
Yeah.
talk about Sly? I mean, this is a safe zone, you know.
I mean, we are traveling through time. We got all the time in the world. And punch him, Murray. You got it!
I know I discovered something about myself on this adventure.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are leaving Japan and heading on straight to the Wild West. Next part.
Hey! And, yeah, but all in all, there's one bit in particular that's particularly silly about this next chapter, but more on that later. Stay tuned. See ya.